Welcome back. The Namibian Agronomic Board has officially launched the Potato Value Chain Development Scheme, a key initiative under its 5-year crop value chain development strategy. The scheme aims to boost local potato production by offering farmers subsidized inputs, mentorship, as well as market linkages. Joining us this evening to unpack what this means for Namibia's agricultural sector is Emillie Abraham, the Manager for Horticulture Development at the Namibian Agronomic Board. Good evening and welcome.
Yes, good evening and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Good.
Well, to start with, just very briefly explain to us what the Potato Value Chain Development Scheme is.
Yes, thank you so much. The Potato Value Chain Scheme, basically it's a scheme that is within the 5 years crop development strategy, which was just launched, I think it's this year in September. So the aim for this subsidy scheme is basically to address the potato shortage in the country. Because as you mentioned earlier to say, we aim to stimulate local potato production in the country. We are currently sitting with a problem where the Namibian consumers, they consume more than what we are able to produce or to bring on the table. And we are talking about close to 4,000 tons that we consume every month. But then our farmers are only able to bring about 30% on the table.
Yeah.
So that now it's already, if you look at it, it's a serious concern to us. And hence we pointed out potato as a crop of concern, and we look at it to say, what is that we need to do to assist the industry to start producing potato or to promote potato production. So we did our due diligence and we collected our data from the whole value chain, and we came to realize that one of the obstacles that is actually hindering the potato production is high production input cost. Because if you look at, for example, potato, you find that as much as it's a rewarding crop, because if you plant it on a 1 hectare and you take care of it properly, you'll be able to get something to say the little that you can get is 330,000 per hectare. A hectare, normally people, they equate it to a football pitch.
Field, yeah.
Yes, but then 60% to 70% of that cost, actually of that amount, then has to go to production cost. So that problem now discouraged a lot of small-scale farmers not to participate in the potato production, and you find that most of the people that are, or farmers that are producing potato in this country are mainly commercial farmers.
Yeah.
So now what we look at it is to say, the figure that I have highlighted earlier of 4,000 tons, this is basically the volume that we push through the formal market. But then, mind you, we have informal market as well, and they sell potato wherever you go, you move around. If you go to Stop and Shop, you find they sell potato in plastic alongside the tomato and so forth. This assists a produce or commodity that they sell, and they sell it every day. So that will give you an indication to say potato consumption in Namibia is a must, and we eat potato every day in different fashion. So that's why we now say that, okay, we look at it as the board, as a regulator, as a caretaker of this sector to say, how do we make the producing of potato easy? So we then realize that perhaps if we target to subsidize 50% of fertilizers, 50% of pesticide, and 50% of potato tubers, which is now the seed, it will be able to it will reduce the production cost, and it will attract a lot of people, whether it's novice farmers, whether it's now those that have been there already doing other crops, to start producing potato and start producing what we eat.
That takes me to the question on who's then eligible, who becomes eligible to apply for the scheme, and perhaps also take us through the application process.
Yes, the eligibility criteria is very clear. We are targeting Namibian farmers. You can actually be existing, doing some other crops, or perhaps you have done crop before, it doesn't matter. Or you are just a novice farmer, you are just a new farmer, you decided to take the bull by its horn and till your land that you have. So you are welcome. So because you don't need to worry, because I keep on saying that there's always a starting point. And if you stay too much in your comfort zone, you will never know what is actually possible. So all what we are asking is to say, farmers, you need to step out and find out. So that then you perhaps have been planting tomatoes or cabbages for long. this is the time now for you to start now also exploring potato production, especially when the costs now are reduced.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so that said, now we are also looking at somebody who is having land. You must at least have a land of 0.5, ranging between 0.5 to 2 hectare. So if you have your 3 hectare or 4 hectare, unfortunately or fortunately, you will only be able to subsidize the 2 hectare. Then you can cater for the remaining portion if you want to put it into potato production, the whole of it. And we are also looking at somebody with a reliable water source. And you must be able to have also the irrigation infrastructure in place. If you don't have it, you must also be able to at least finance it, and whether it's through the bank or whether it's through maybe your savings or something. So, but all what we are saying is that water is the heart of the garden. Without water you can't do anything. So you need to have the irrigation infrastructure and the reliable water source. And where applicable, we might also ask you to test your water so that you'll be able to see whether you have brackish water or you are sitting with a good quality water, because it's about good quality water. It's about also good quality, I mean, understanding the soil that you farm with. So yes, I think with the also eligibility, we are also looking at, in any case, we don't look at age. Anybody, whether you are youth or senior citizen, you are welcome to plant as long as you are committed. And you are, sorry?
I said fantastic.
Yes, whether you, as long as you have passion to do farming, we welcome you with both hands. And I think the other part that we are also looking at is to say you must also have additional fund to finance the 50%.
Yes.
Because we are only, mind you, we are financing only 50% of your production cost or of those 3 key inputs. But then you need also to prove to us that you are able to finance the remaining percentage. So however, if you are probably interested to take a loan or something, we are able to link you to financial institution as well. Okay. So we are not doing it alone. We are also collaborating with banking institutions such as the likes of AgriBank. They even came up with an interesting financing product tailored made for potato production specifically. So we have a very good relationship with them through a formalized MOU, and we are able to actually link you to them, and they can finance the 50%. Other financiers, I don't want to rule out the other financiers. They are also welcome. They can also approach us so that we can see how we can collaborate better. And in any case, most of them, they're already starting to come when we start to release out to say we have launched a potato subsidy program. They are coming on board, and I think we really see that it's promising. And just come, we'll be able to link to any institution of your choice.
And then how do they apply?
Yes, to apply, we have a form that is available on our website. We can also furnish you with the form on a request. If you request that via email, you can also come to our office to collect the form and complete it. We will be there waiting for you, opening the doors for you to
Is there a cut-off date?
You. Yes, initially it's supposed to be on the 10th of November. Today is it already
the 11th.
The 11th. But we see that I think farmers, some of them, they really do not understand how the scheme operates. So the uptake is not so much impressive, although they are coming through. So we decided to extend the deadline to the 30th of November. And we also then look at it to say, perhaps we need to go closer to the farmers, to reach out to them, to communities, and start to create aggressive awareness and explain in detail the subsidy model and also the process flow of the application. Yes.
Just very briefly, because we've only got a few minutes left, I want to understand this off-take agreement also between the NAB and the farmers before planting. Just quickly tell us about that.
Yes, probably before I describe that, I just want to highlight to say, without a market, there's no production.
Of course.
And that is very key, and we really took it serious to say, all the beneficiaries, all the farmers that are going to participate in this scheme, will have to link them to the formal market.
Yes.
However, the farmer, you are at liberty to sell anywhere you want to sell, but it's a must that we will link you to the market, and we'll also monitor to see whether you honor the agreement. Because the idea is that we also want the small-scale farmers to see their product on the shelf and benefit or participate in the mainstream economy.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Give us that website address.
Yes, that website address, I might actually not know it so much, but it's actually www.nab.com.na. If you go there, you're able to access the form. And please come to our office. I think it's much better when you come physically, face to face. We'll be able to guide you.
Yeah.
And we know that each and every farmer has a different need. We'll be able to address your need and assist you also to apply.
Fantastic.
We have an office in Tsomeb, we have in Ongwediva, we have in Utapi, we have in Rundu, we have in Katima, we have in Windhoek as well. And even if we don't have an office where you are, we are always available. You can call us. We will be able to be happy and to assist you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Well, a great opportunity for Namibian farmers. If you'd like more information, please do get in touch with the NAB, either via phone call or more efficiently go to their offices and get all the information you may need in terms of applying for this incredible scheme. Unfortunately, our